Hello and welcome. Johnny Gonzalez, aka Upside Down Consciousness, coming to you live from home Saturday morning. Wanted to pre-warn you, this will be an unedited, uncensored video. I have a lot to say and no one to talk to. So I thought I would just let loose. I try to maintain a sense of professionalism and courtesy to all, because the message of health, it's for everyone, but at the same time it's really not for everyone. And the way our society is portrayed has literally pulled the masses down to a level of ignorance that is unreal. And sometimes I look around and I get lost in how bad it really is. And being that I'm coming from a community where everyone's standard American diet, as I mentioned before in another video, I only know 2 or 3 people that are vegans, and the path that I'm on has made it difficult to live in these circumstances, and I find myself having to be isolated more often and not having individuals to confide in and to talk to. It's hard, it's really difficult, especially when there's so much happening. But in this process, I guess you can say I've gained a lot more than what I bargained for, that's for sure. But I've lost friends, I lost family, and I mean, it's to the degree where people think I'm crazy. They think I'm the person that's off, or that's, how would you say it, out there or doing wrong. And it's like, come on, seriously? You're talking about a person who's promoting to eat natural foods, a person that's promoting to take care of your body, take care of your health, and I'm viewed as the person that's off? Come on. That just goes to show how corrupted this fucking world is. And I mean, it's gotten to the degree where I can't even explain it, to be honest. I mean, it's so bad, it's that bad, where even just talking about health makes people feel uncomfortable. That's how low our society is currently. And as I mentioned, I really don't have anybody to talk to. I'll send a text out to my brothers or to a couple people I try to talk to, but we can't talk on that deep level. I feel I'm having to censor myself. I'm having to filter what I say, because these individuals they don't want to hear it. They don't want to get in depth and talk about the real stuff that matters. And honestly, what can I do? What can I say? I've tried. So if it wasn't for a couple guys out there that I talk with on social media, I mean, I probably would have already lost it, to be honest. But at the same time, I'm enjoying to a level of understanding that I feel most don't even have the ability to comprehend at this level yet, because of the mucus and the pus that's in the body. And I'm gonna try to explain it like this, because I'm coming from a state that I never thought about being where I'm at today. I never considered that changing your diet would drastically change and alter your mind, your emotions, how you perceive life. So I wasn't expecting none of this shit. I was just, hey, I'm trying to get healthy. I was suffering from conditions that I wanted to fix, but so much came with this, and this is the part that I'm still trying to understand and process, but it's difficult. But I want to talk right now about something that I feel needs to be addressed, and that is the effects that the foods have on the mind. And most do not even begin to try to understand the effects that it does. So I'm gonna try to break it down as simply as I can. Hopefully you can learn something from it and apply it, and maybe see things from a different perspective, because ultimately that's what it comes down to, is you have to be able to take information like this and apply it to wherever you're at and go forward. But most aren't willing to do that because it requires immediate change with thyself, and it requires you to make sacrifices, and it requires you to make changes and confront the demons, parasites that are inside of you, and most aren't ready to do that. So why is that? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's because of the mucus and the pus and the undigested fecal matter that has been accumulated in your body since childhood, and it pollutes your bloodstream, which alters your body's functioning, which alters your thoughts, which alters everything about who you are. And this goes all the way to the extent to say that every type of suffering, every type of disease, every type of negative emotions, it all comes back to the fucking foods that you eat. If you cannot put your hands on that simple understanding, you'll never move forward. You'll never move forward. And we live in a society that caters to the bullshit. It caters to, oh, you're overweight, let's try to comfort you. Oh, you have skin conditions, let's try to comfort you. Oh, you have mental illness, oh, let's try to comfort you. Oh, do you not realize the gig here? Like, this is the part that's so difficult to understand. Oh, you could still get an education. You can still be an intelligent person. You can still have a good life. I'm not suggesting that you can't. What I'm saying, however, is that these foods still alter us as individuals. And it's not like you're not going to be successful and you're not going to achieve anything in life, but you suffer mentally. You can admit to it or you can deny it. And you could pretend it doesn't exist and that, oh, I have a good life, I have money, I have this, I have that, I have a good body. No, there's still something inside of your fucking head that tells you otherwise, but you choose to ignore it. And this is what the masses have been doing. This is why it's so hard to let this information in, because there's so many barriers that are blocking it. And I'm in no position to debate anybody about this. I'm in no position to force this onto others, because at the end of the day, it's a decision the person has to make with themselves. If you choose to run away from your problems, go ahead. If you choose to ignore the fact that you're gaining weight, if you choose to ignore the fact that you have all these negative emotions in your self-dialogue, your inner dialogue is all corrupted, and you're thinking all these stupid negative thoughts, and you have all these emotions that are just continuously eating at you, but you're strong enough to maybe avoid them or to not confront them, I mean, it's all a game. It really is, and we all learn how to play it to a certain level or degree. And most of the time, we hide the stuff that doesn't benefit us. So we put it aside. Oh, I have this condition. Oh, I have this my whole life. So it doesn't really matter. I'm okay with the condition. Like, come on, what kind of stupidity is that? Like, fuck, dude, seriously, that's ridiculous. Think about it, it's ridiculous. If you're fucking gaining weight and you're becoming sick and you're having all of these problems with yourself, liposuction isn't gonna help your stupid ass. Like, realize that. And I don't mean to be aggressive, but shit, it's like, wake the fuck up. Realize what the hell is happening. Realize that the people around us, the people that are sucked into this society, into this system, are corrupted. The leaders up top, they're corrupted. Our world is going downward at a fast fucking pace. And what is everybody doing? Following. They're just following, accepting it. Shit, it's like, can nobody really see this? Can nobody really notice this kind of shit? It's troubling. It's very troubling. And what bothers me the most is the fact that I'm witnessing it now with the fucking kids. You're having all of these kids who are being brought up in this world, who are on their phones, who eat whatever the fuck they want. Parents don't give a shit. They just feed them whatever they want. Oh, here, take this, take this. Oh, you have a bunch of cavities now. Let's go put some mercury fillings in. Let's go get you vaccinated. Let's go put more poison in your body because I don't give a fuck about you. You may not be thinking in that fashion, but step away from the box that you're in and realize what you're doing. Realize the corruption that is in play. But we don't realize it. So, drastic times call for drastic measures. And I'm not going to shy away from this shit no more. My family tells me, oh, you're too dramatic. You're too this. Shut the hell up with your bullshit. You don't know shit. You don't know nothing when your fucking body is filled with mucus and pus and your brain is corrupted and polluted. Like, no, shut your ass up. I'm not going to listen to that bullshit no more. I don't care what anybody says or thinks or feels. I'm tired of censoring myself because the masses don't want to hear it. Motherfucker, you need to hear it. Plain and simple. And I gotta pull back a little bit. I'm already starting to sweat. That's how intense this shit gets. But I try to disconnect myself from this because it's close to my heart. But at the same time, I suffer because I do that. And I can no longer do that. I'd rather everybody fucking hate me for telling the honest to God truth than have to keep this shit inside of me. That's how real this is. So try to understand that I care. I really do. I have a lot of love. I have a lot of love that has come into me that I've yet to learn how to express it. A lot of this is new. It's new to me. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was a perfect individual. Can't sit here and act like I don't have problems. I don't have issues that I'm still facing and dealing with. Of course I do. But as I mentioned, there's a level of clarity that comes as you start to clean your body, because it also cleans your mind. It also cleans your emotions. It gives you a different perspective. I can't explain it because it's an individual thing for me, but you can experience it. Clean your fucking diet up. It's that simple. Quit eating foods that harm you, quit eating foods that destroy you, and quit being so fucking ignorant. It's pretty simple, but it's really hard because you have to pull away from everything. And everything we've been taught and everything that we learned, you got to pull away from that shit. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Do it for the future. Because at the end of the day, if we don't, it'll only get worse. It'll only continue to get worse. Do you think that an overweight child at 10 years old, 12 years old, is going to have a good life? You don't think they're already suffering? Like, come on, man. Wake the fuck up, dude. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Like, seeing these kids nowadays go to the store at 7 o'clock in the morning buying shit that's going to stimulate their bodies to a level that is like drugs. These are drugs. These are all drugs. They're programming you from an early age to when you get to an adult, you're going to still be dependent on these stimulants. Like, there's so much involved in this that it just goes under the radar. And it can't no more. Things have to change. Otherwise, it'll just get worse. It'll only continue to get worse. I hope you wake up a little bit and realize that what's happening around us is real. It's deep. It's powerful. It's scary. And if you don't awake to it, then you're going to have to suffer the consequences. If it's not with you, it's going to be with a family member. It's going to be with your kids. And sometimes that's not even enough. Sometimes watching your own mother die from cancer or from some disease is not enough. Sometimes watching your own children suffer, that's not enough. So it's an individual choice. But I can tell you this much. If you clean your fucking diet up, it'll help. It'll help a lot just to open your eyes. I don't care how educated you are or what type of job you have, how much money you make. That shit does not matter. It does not fucking matter. But we live in a society that only pushes that aspect of life. That, oh, that's all that matters. Well, it doesn't. So hopefully things will change. But until then, best believe I'm going to be dropping some shit because it needs to get out. It needs to get out. It's kind of funny to promote a book now after all this rant of intense passion. But two individuals that you must know of, Dr. Morse and Arnold Ehret. Arnold Ehret has the mucusless diet healing system that breaks everything down. And Dr. Morse has YouTube videos that tell you how to heal everything. Dive into them deep. Understand what's real. Understand this is the truth. And hopefully, just hopefully, you can save yourself. Because believe me, God is not going to fucking grant you access to everlasting life when your body is filled with shit. Literally filled with shit. Filled with parasites. Like, think about it. Let that process in your thick ass skull. Think about it. Don't expect salvation when you've been destroying yourself. When you've gone against nature. You've gone against what foods we were supposed to be eating. So hopefully you have the opportunity to save yourself, because the physical world we live in right now is not, it's not even, I mean, it's real, yes, and I'm not going to get into that, but understand there's far more to this than what the eye sees. So yeah, stay tuned.